Nagbabalik ang morning show ng Bayan, Rise and Shine Pilipinas. Dayan, bawal daw magbingi-bingihan pagdating sa karapatan at pagkakapantay-pantay. Kaya ngayong araw, let's have an open ears to Rainbow Voices. Pakinggan natin ang mga hamon na hinaharap ng mga trans Pinay.
Kaya naman, Profi, let's champion the rights of trans Pinays and gender-diverse Filipinos. Kasama natin ang Secretary General ng Society of Trans Women of the Philippines, OSTRAP, Gigi Marie Garcia. Hi, Gigi. Happy Pride.
Hello po, happy Pride.
And welcome sa Rise and Shine Pilipinas. Well, tell us more about STRAP. Ano ba ang inyong mission and also advocacy and mga programa ninyo?
So, ang STRAP po ay isang trans organization specifically for transgender women. So, we are the pioneer and the longest running support group and human rights advocacy organization here in the Philippines. So, we do have members in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And we also have some sisters abroad who migrated. So, the focus of our work are mostly on the human rights advocacy. And also, we provide a space for our members to talk about our issues, share their stories and some of the struggles that they encounter in everyday lives.
Okay, let's discuss about the status quo here in the Philippines. Ano ba ang common form of discrimination ang madalas natatanggap ng mga transgender women of the Philippines, here in the Philippines?
Siguro, number one is yung discrimination, no? A lot of transgender women experience discrimination, especially...
Discrimination in general?
In general, no? Tapos, pag titignan mo kasi yung discrimination, no? Madalas nangyayaring discrimination sa mga transgender women. Sa school, no? Hindi sila ina-allow to wear their female uniform, hindi sila ina-allow to use their live name.
Their hairs are being asked to
yes,
cut,
correct.
To be cut, okay.
Yes, nagiging issue din yung haircut, no? In terms of employment, no, madalas hindi natatanggap or nare-reject yung mga transgender women just because they are trans, no? Other than that, also the issue of violence, no? We know naman what happened to Jennifer Laude and to the other transgender women who experienced the kind of violence. So, madalas, no, yung mga kapatid natin, mga trans Pinay sila ay pinapatay just because of their gender identity. So, and other than that, yung pagkakaroon ng discrimination when it comes to their legal documents, no? Kasi madalas ang problema ay ang kanilang appearance at ang kanilang mga dokumento ay hindi nagmamatch. So, meron kaming mga ilang mga storya ng mga ilang trans woman na whenever they travel abroad, no, minsan nako-question sila yung mga madalas na nadi-disway kasi dahil sa kanilang mga legal documents.
Parang nangyari yata kay Fukerat yun dati eh.
Correct. That's actually, that also happens to the other transgender women. I believe one of the trans journalists, her name is Asibuche. I forgot her.
International?
No, it's a Filipino trans journalist. No, she also went to Macau. She was denied entry. Allegedly, it's because of her gender identity.
So these lived experiences are also one of the forms of discrimination that trans women are also experiencing in today's time.
Okay, talking about naman sa violence, I understand you have this project, Kiera. Tell us about that.
Sige, yung Project Kiera po, ito po yung aming national response dun sa trans femicide and anti-trans violence here in the Philippines. So last year po kasi we noticed the kind of violence, no, that has been rising here in the Philippines. So last year, we reported cases of Ali, Kiera, Cheska, Teacher Dan, Ampao, Ren, Shalani, and Eddie. No? These are the transgender women who were victims of trans femicide or the trans killings. And last year, we also reported these cases, no? So yung apat na ni-report namin, si Ali, si Kiera, si Shalani, si Ren, we reported that to the Commission on Human Rights to investigate the kind of violence. Kasi very unique yung kind of violence na nararanasan ng mga trans women just because of their gender identity, no? So tinitignan natin na hindi siya yung parang isolated case lang, no? Na
recently lang sa Nueva Ecija.
Correct. That's actually we're helping the family. So si Bella Luta po, no? Isa sa mga recent victim of trans femicide, no? Unfortunately, this happened during the Pride Month, no? So with the Project Kiera, no, we're helping trans women to respond to this kind of violence. We provide psychosocial support, no? We assess their situation, no? If there's, for example, there are cases of trans women that we need to remove them to the location because maybe that location is not helpful to the trans woman, or it can add on to the problem. So, and then other than that, we also have a training component of the Project Kera. So our goal is to train trans women around the world, no, on how to document this kind of trans femicide. Kasi when you talk to the police naman, when they investigate this, medyo kulang tayo dun sa gender-sensitive lens when we investigate this because for them, no, they will still consider the trans woman as a man. So, ayun.
Okay. Ano tingin mo yung mga bagay na dapat pagtuunan na ating pamahalaan pagtungkol dun sa pagiging inclusive? O dapat mas maging inclusive, lalo na pagdating sa GSC, sa iba't ibang gender identity here in the Philippines as trans Pinay?
Siguro number one, policies, no? Wala talagang maayos na polisiya or direktang polisiya na tumutugon doon sa klase ng violence na nararanasan ng transgender women. For example, when we talk about VAUSI, no? When we ask our sisters, when in one of our focus group discussion, parang they were hesitant to use the VAUSI law against the violence that they experience. Kasi in our legal framework, kasi hindi pa talaga recognize ang transgender women as women. No? So, mahalaga yun, no? Policy, magkaroon ng policy, include ang mga trans women, no? Sa mga polisiya na nagpoprotekta sa mga kababaihan. At dapat mag-align din to sa Magna Carta of Women kasi when we talk about gender-based violence, it talks about gender, not the sex of the person. So, yun. And other than that, we're pushing actually for the simplified legal gender recognition, which we actually launched last year. It was attended by some of the members of the LGBT, feminists, members from the academe, and some organizations. The simplified legal gender recognition will allow transgender people to change their legal name and gender marker. So, yun, it will also help with the well-being of a transgender person. Kasi when we travel abroad, for example, or when we access social services, hindi na kami yung may embarrass kasi ito yung legal name namin, or hindi na kami parang further interrogate na bakit ganito yung legal name mo, ikaw ba to? Ganon. Yung
Okay.
mga ganon.
Ako, personally, I'm of course supporting with this kapatid natin yan, mga kasama natin sa LGBTQA plus community as a gay person. I'd like to have a follow-up on this because some of many comments, let's say that there are many comments, while we are having this principle that trans women are women, many people are saying that we have to respect na kung ito yung belief namin, wala kayong magagawa kung di namin pinapakitang ang babae or ang mga trans women ay hindi babae. And you just have to respect our belief about it. I don't know if my question could be, paano ba natin ilalatag ito sa kanila para mapaunawa na babae pa rin ang mga trans women? Or are we just going to settle dun sa part na, sige na nga, ito yung gusto nilang respeto, are we gonna have this, ito lang yung pwede namin makuha na hindi nila maunawaan. Where are we on this part? What are we gonna do?
Sige, pagdating naman sa strap, no, ang stand naman talaga namin dyan is trans women are women. Though we understand there are some comments that trans women are trans women, not women, no. Sa amin kasi tinitingnan namin, ang sinasabi namin is, pag sinabi kasing trans women, we're not saying that we can, pwede kami magbuntis, no, pwede kami magregla. Kasi madalas, no, ito sa mga bashing or comments towards the community, they were using this biological essentialism perspective.
Okay, biological essentialism.
Yes, when they attack trans women, kailangan nating maintindihan na ang pagiging babae ay hindi limitado sa kanyang reproductive health, no? Or sa kanyang genitalia lang, no? Ang pagiging babae ay ito rin ay isang live experience, no? Ito rin ay cultural, no? So kapag sinasabi namin trans women are women, hindi kami talaga directly responding to to the biology, because again, even biology, even sex is also a diverse or also bimodal.
I mean, even in the Bible, i-diretso na rin natin, ginagamit sa atin na
Correct,
babae at
correct.
lalaki lamang pwede ito.
Yeah, yun. Nakakalungkot na itong mga ganitong ideolohiya or kung ano man to, no, perspektiba, no, ginagamit laban sa mga transgender women. Again, we're talking about universal human rights, no. Karapatan ng mga trans women na kilalanin sila, i-uphold ang kanilang dignidad at ang kanilang karapatan, especially here in the Philippines. So, yeah, pagdating sa mga religious comments, no, we try to not
Mahirap may
engage.
pagdebate dyan.
Correct.
Well, ako nagsisimba ako parati tuwing linggo eh.
Correct.
Mahal
But
ko ang
I think
Panginoon. Oo.
one misconception is there are trans women that are also religious, but despite that, they don't, hindi nila nire-revoke yung pagiging trans woman nila. Kasi just because, you know, they are Christian or they are religious, no? So we do have some members that are, you know, active in their church while still being a trans woman. So, yeah.
Well, it's Pride Month and para sa inyo, sa Strap, anong pinaka-essential ng Pride Month na ito and also mensahe mo na rin sa iba pa mga trans Pinay and other members of LGBTQIA+.
For the Pride Month, no, we always say that Pride Month is a celebration, but we also have to remind people that Pride is also a protest. No? Protesta para to make our government institutions to be accountable, to protect the trans community, and mabigyan hustisya na, no, yung mga kapatid nating mga trans woman at ang kapatid din natin sa malawak na LGBTQIA+, na mabigyan ng karapatan. So, yun.
Alright, so on that, no, maraming salamat. Gigi Maria Garcia mula sa Society of Trans Women of the Philippines. Mga ka-RSP, abangan ang iba pang gender-related topics at terminologies na pag-uusapan natin sa susunod na
G-Terms!